Hello Indonesia, I'm Gilang Heru Kencana, the representative of Politeknik Elektronika Negeri Surabaya for pemilihan mahasiswa prestasi 2018. Here, I would like to present my scientific paper and title is Prototype Device on Recycling Plastic for 3D Printer Filament. The use of plastic as the main material on various types of human needs products, especially in the big cities, is not a new thing anymore. It happened because of technology has been developed very fast, especially on the types of plastic and product of plastic. According to the news report from World Bank mentioned that the volume of solid waste in the world reached 1.3 billion per year. This with the amount of solid waste including plastic waste and other solid waste in the big cities that will be increasing around 70%. This volume will be reached 2.2 billion tons in 2025. There is an increasing of solid waste can lead to the climate change. This device can be useful in climate action for sustainable development goals by recycling plastic waste into 3D printer filament. Prototype device on recycled plastic is a device for processing plastic waste into a product of 3D printer filament. This device is divided into three main parts: shader, extrusion, and controller. Prototype device on recycled plastic is a mechanic system, hardware, and integrated program. As an innovation as a device for processing the plastic waste into 3D printer filament for the main material for 3D printer which can produce the best from 3D design. Prototype device on recycled plastic has temperature regulator for heating element to control the temperature from the heating element, which is adjusted to the value of boiling point of the plastic waste material in the process. Besides that, prototype device on recycled plastic has the speed control to get optimal filament process, so the filament has a good quality. The product result from filament 3D printer from prototype device on recycled plastic can be compared with the result of conventional filament, which is much more economical because using the plastic waste which are available in our environment. So here, there are four processes for making the 3D printer filament. First process is cleaning process. Is a process with the plastic waste is cleaned, so the plastic waste is completely clean, sterile, and not mixed with other materials. Second process, shader, is processed with the plastic waste is obtained as the raw material used as material that has a smaller volume, and this process will be completed with the filtering system. Third process is extrusion. Extrusion is a process with the plastic waste is melted within boiling point temperature. There is an element that can convert the electrical energy into heat to push the material and controllers equipment with a temperature sensor to determine the temperature used in the process as well as maintain the temperature is processing. Last process is a spooling. In a spooling, filament is ready to roll into a roll. It should be noted that in this process, the speed must be fit with the filament exit speed from the mount of pipe. Based on developing results and testing, the prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printer filament can be summarized as follows. First, prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printer filament can be implemented at 3D printer device and produce the product from 3D printer machine. Second, using the prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printer filament can use the filament waste which considered as useless waste become 3D printed which can produce creative products and have high selling products. Third, the process of prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printed filament is affordable. Its competitive aspect is prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printed filaments can be mass produced. We are expected that prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printed filament can be mass produced, so it can reduce the plastic waste in our environment by using this device. Government participation is very important for strength and economic growth, as we expected that government can contribute in developing the prototype device on recycled plastic for 3D printed filament. It can be useful for others.